total. Okay, Jim, let's get to this last game here. The Broncos are playing the Cowboys, and what we've seen is line movement right away on Denver, which seems to be a regular pace now, 5.5 up to 7. Is everybody going to keep betting the Broncos in the over until that changes?
I think so, John. And why not? I mean, Peyton Manning is unstoppable. 16 touchdowns, no picks. That's an unheard of number. I've never heard that before. The Cowboys are a decent team. They're 2-2, 3-1 ATS, but quite frankly, on defense, they have a lot of holes. They give up 500 yards to Phillip Rivers. I mean, Phillip Rivers, they're playing. San Diego's been playing very well. They've played well in every game so far this year. So I'm not surprised that San Diego gave them a hard time, but the Cowboy defense, especially against the pass, they're playing against the best passing team in football at the moment. And Peyton is, I don't know if Peyton Manning's the best quarterback that's ever played the game, but he absolutely is the smartest quarterback that's ever played the game. This guy, he's his own coach. I mean, he just knows, he works harder than everybody else. He knows every player, every instinct, every defense. He calls all his, I mean, he works with a coach, of course, but he's amazing. He really is amazing. Tony Romo, who gets a lot of bad press, is actually having a good season. Tony Romo is not a Peyton Manning. He's not a Tom Brady, but he's a very good quarterback. And given the right tools, and a decent running game, which they do have now, he can do a lot of damage. He's having a pretty good year. And, I could say this is going to be a war. But you asked me about the line. Yes, people are going to bet Denver, and they're going to bet the over. And I think you'll see some sharps come in and take 7.5. When as it crosses to 7.5, you're going to see people taking that. But, you got to remember something. And as a gambler, people talk about value, finding value. And if you have 1,000 plays and you find the value side 1,000 times, you're going to win more money than you lose. But when you take individual situations, and there's only a one-game situation, each game is one game, and you get a situation like this. Denver has such a hot hand right now, offensively, and their defense is playing pretty well. It's so hard to step in front of a freight train like this. Until this guy starts to have some drop passes or gets banged up a little bit or gets an offensive line injury that they can't quite replace quickly, it's hard to get in front of a guy like this. I mean, it's actually foolish for me to tell anybody, bet Dallas this week. And they're going to say to me, are you out of your mind? You're betting against Peyton Manning and the Dallas Cowboys? I mean, I couldn't do that. I can't, I'm not saying right here now to bet Denver. What I'm saying is I cannot step in front of, and it's a ridiculous line. Dallas is a 7-point home underdog and might go to 7.5 is a crazy line. But Denver is the kind of team that you need to make 7 over or more over everybody right now.
Yeah, Jeff, this Dallas Cowboy team made some coaching changes, bringing in Monty Kiffin. Here they are, 2-2 straight up, 3-1 against the number. Did they make enough changes to please Jerry Jones, or are they still a sloppy and undisciplined, erratic team?
Well, they're definitely a better team, but they still have problems on the offensive line. As far as the Broncos are concerned, this looks like they look like the 2007 Patriots, where they just blew out everybody the first 10 games of the season. And as Jim said, how can you go against that? The total was 56, though, and that's a reasonable number these days. See, the Broncos 4-0 against the spread, 7-1-1 against the number of the last 9 games overall. They've won 15 regular season games in a row. At the beginning of the season, people were concerned about the Broncos because they had some injuries and they had the suspensions, especially to Von Miller. It hasn't even phased them. The rest of the team has stepped up, and they haven't even noticed any injuries or problems there. The one thing, though, the 4 teams that Denver has played, the record is only 4-12. That's the only thing you might want to think about here. They haven't really played a tough schedule. Tony Romo, as Jim said, has been good this year, although not many have noticed. He's thrown 8 TD passes, just 1 interception, completed 72% of his passes. The Cowboys are 3-10 against the spread last 13 home games, but they have covered the last 4 games when getting at least 6 points. Denver is 26th in the league in defense. Dallas 21st. I'm going to go with the over in this game. 50, I know it's a high number, but these days 56 is not out of the question. So I'll take the Broncos and Cowboys to go over the total this week, John.
And another total trend that supports what you're looking at, Denver 42-17-1 over the total. And after they blow out a team by 14 or more points, they're 8-0-1 over the total the next game. All right, guys, let's talk about some of the offers we have this weekend. Jeff, you have your first NFL Game of the Year coming up this weekend. How can folks get aboard for that and a big weekend?
Yeah, we're going to play all the way through Monday night. So you're going to get 2 college conference games a month on Saturday. You're going to get my NFL Shocker of the Year on Sunday. If you call early, you're going to get an early football release tonight. Just call LVSS at 1-866-575-8916. You're going to get all that for only $19. That's 1-866-575-8916.
And, Jim, the numbers really say it all. 40-16-1 football run, 10-1 in the NFL last weekend. You are the big M this week. Money, money, money. How can folks get aboard?
Well, more money week. More money weekend, more money weekend. Whoa, more money. Conference parlay of the year goes Saturday. My NFL blowout game of the year goes on Sunday. My first NFL game of the year. The marquee NFL games are $100 online. Now, this whole offer is 5 days of play, right through Monday, $29. And as John told you, have 40-16. It's almost unbelievable to even say that. 10-1 in the NFL last week. The 16-6 in the NFL totals. The dogs that Zeus picks every week are 4-0. You just call 1-866-841-1655. $29. 5 big days of plays. And Jeff has pretty much the same offer for $19. So for a little bit of money, $48, you can have 2 guys for the whole weekend. And the way we've been winning, I suggest that would be a good investment.
And remember, Dave Colquitt has his college upset game of the year going this weekend. It's $99 online, but you can get it for $49 with some bonus plays by calling 1-866-896-1629. That'll do it for the NFL edition of Proline. Make sure you check out the college edition, too. For Jeff Saad, Jim Feist, I'm John Creighton from Las Vegas. Good luck with the games, everyone, and we'll see you next week.